Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. I'm Ted, hanging out with the full contingent today.
Dave.
Ryan.
Nate.
And today we're going to talk about why we play RPGs and why you should too.
I don't even know why I play this stupid game. All you try to do is kill my character.
Yeah. Well, I did an article on RPG stuff and empathy and also the benefits of role-playing. And people that are training to be doctors, so med students, do role-playing. And they do that to kind of get used to talking with patients, asking the right questions, kind of getting a manner to get
bedside manner.
Yeah, bedside manner flow.
Well, role playing is used in a lot of different industries as training.
And in the bedroom.
And and not just as let's get everybody together.
Just think of an embarrassing moment, Ted.
I'm embarrassed for Ryan. That's
not
all.
that embarrassing team building moments of role playing and skits, but like for actual practical uses of it. So
Yeah, well, most of them believe what they're doing is practical uses for doing it. I mean, the team building and the, basically sales training or...
I really hate team building workshops that use role
Well,
play.
yeah, because it's very uncomfortable.
Yes.
But, that's the whole idea.
No, if the character was talking about like wielding an axe or a sword,
Yeah.
that would be more exciting and be more engaged in that. But,
Yeah, Dave, why did you even take us down this road? We would have talking about games, not
I'm
work.
just saying that, that's a benefit of RPGs is getting more of that kind of practiced empathy and social interaction.
All right, well, let's look at that aspect. For one, it is a social situation. It is, something that isn't done with just one person. You got to get a group of people together, either at a table or on an online hangout type situation.
Or have a severe multiple personality disorder.
Okay, I don't even want to go down that road.
A tribe of one.
Yes.
Tribe of One was a good book.
If you've got multiple personality disorder and you're playing D&D by yourself, awesome.
Tell us about it. Do a video about
Record
it.
that.
Record that session, please.
But on the other side, it's a hangout. You are spending time with people, and whether you do 100% role play or you do 100% hanging out, it's spending time together. And we've done,
Well, if they do 100% hanging out, they're not really actually playing any games.
You're correct, and I'm feeding into that.
Let's go 20% gaming at least.
Well, what I'm saying is, if you are hanging out with people, you are socializing. So when you get together at a gaming table, you are socializing, and we've done everything from full. You show up at the table, the game starts. We game until it's done. See you all next week. And we've had times where we've hung out for 6 or 7 hours and we barely did any role
Yeah,
play.
it's all stupid jokes and puns and Monty Python and
what,
pizza.
What happened over the course
Dave
of the
sounds
past
like he
week?
had fun.
And we've honestly had that back when you were at your old address. We got together in your basement. We sat around the table, and you were the DM that night, and you put your feet up, and we just shot the shit.
Entire thing.
It was like, all right, well, apparently nothing happens tonight, guys. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, I've been known to let the players, if they want to waste the gaming time, to let them.
Yeah, your characters are all carousing in the inn.
Yeah,
Let's roll on the carousing table.
And it's fine. So what do you take away from that? The benefits of positive social interaction are reduction of stress. You are happier. You're gonna smile. You're gonna laugh. All of these things do a positive.
They lift your mentality.
There you go. That's the word I was looking for. It raises the endorphins in your body, and all of that does good for you. So therefore, spending time doing this kind of stuff is great. Now let's look at it from another angle. If you're actually successful in your adventuring arc and your character makes some kind of achievement, it's going to bolster your confidence because you've managed to do something. Even if it's solely in the imaginations of the people sitting at the table, you are going to take away a more positive aspect of yourself because you've managed to achieve something. It doesn't matter if it's fictitious.
Yeah, so fellas, when you're looking to pick up the ladies in the bars, go up to them and look, Porthos, the gnome barbarian, has gotten the axe of mighty slaying, and fair maiden, if you will take my hand, we will go and have grand adventures. That's a pro tip for like dating. Do that.
If that works, please let us know. If it doesn't, you can send your hate mail to Ryan.
Yeah, exactly.
If it doesn't work, send the picture of the handprint on your face.
Could you record this interaction, link us the video, because this would be fantastic.
I don't think that's gonna work unless you find just the right girl, and if you do, keep her.
More power to you.
So that totally makes me think of, I don't know if it was a comic or a comment someone said about they just like to go to the bars and ask people if they basically try and find adventurers.
That sounds like a great comedy skit.
Yeah.
So just hang out in like a regular old bar, like adventurer. I have a mighty task for you to complete.
Is anyone willing to go on a quest?
Yeah, and so another benefit of role-playing games is having stupid shit to laugh about like this.
Yes,
So,
essentially. And here's the thing too, like the reasons why we role play change. They evolve, from when you first come into the hobby to now, or for me personally, I've run the gamut of, there was a time it was always about serious role playing, and we wanted to tell the story, and that's what we did. You wanted to keep the side talk to a minimum, and then as I got older, and married with kids, I would get out less, and it became like my social away time from the family.
gaming was like some people's going to the strip club was your gaming.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I didn't go to the bars. I wasn't hanging out at strip clubs. I would hang out with the guys, roll funny shaped dice. So part of it was, hey, I haven't seen you guys in a week. What's going on? Let's hang out. And that's why, at times, Ted said, everyone didn't really seem that interested in playing the game. More so, so much so that the game never actually really started, and everyone was just talking about whatever. And I was fine with that, because a big part of this game is just hanging out with my friends. Now, there's another aspect, and we've all had this guy at our table, right? At one point or another, a lot of you guys have as well. Is that guy that never says anything, shows up every Saturday night or whenever you game, and this is probably the only social interaction he even gets. It's a place for introverts to actually come and actually get to socialize.
Yeah, in their way, because they're still probably pretty quiet. It tends
if they show up, they'll talk about what their character is doing, but be very minimalist about it. And if that's their form of interaction, then
that's still a step forward for them, probably.
Yes, it's great, and hopefully, if you slowly encourage them, maybe you can actually maybe not cure them, but help them
work on a skill set.
Yeah.
And it's where everybody starts is going to be different. So another advantage of role playing is what you were saying with the training exercises of building empathy, understanding others. Maybe try to come at things to a better cultural understanding. Maybe if you're like me, I'm completely an atheist. I'll play a religious character to try to understand that mindset or whatever. And then also too, even if you're a moderately decent social person, say trying to roleplay a more charismatic, outgoing character, super charismatic, you can kind of bring that into your day-to-day life in those situations that you have to be outgoing. And, say you're at, a networking function or whatever. So you can bring some of that out. How did when I played this character that was actually like that, what did I do then? And, just try to steal that. And then, you become the mayor of the convention.
Yeah, I just started thinking when you say things like that, I'm I just envision,
me being Lyndon. I get down on my knees, so I'm Hobbit level or halfway level.
You're walking up to people, shaking her. Oh, hello, good sir. How are you today?
Yeah, sure.
So another positive aspect is let's look at what the story arcs that you deal with. There's always things that come up. Problem solving. You have to think outside the box to get around traps, or trips, or outthink the villain. So
solve puzzles, mysteries.
You're solving problems and mysteries. So you're thinking outside of your standard thought patterns to come up with a solution.
Creative problem solving. Yeah.
And so therefore you're gonna have some of that aspect built in, and it's going to foster intelligence and wisdom to get through these type of things and to help think through these problems. So you can apply that through a multitude of avenues.
Yeah, I was going to say something, but it's totally lost my train of thought.
Derailed. So, when you're dealing in conversations with people, you made a joke about like, well, how would my character deal with this? But it could totally be, all right, and you bring up the bar situation. All right, you want to honestly approach a girl
or dishonestly, depending if you're using bluff or deception or persuasion.
If you're thinking about how do I approach this girl, think about, okay, well, if this was your character, what kind of things would you have to think about in order to say? So
you walk up and you drop a d20, and you're like, "Yo, that is a persuasion roll
of a 17. I have a +6 modifier. I have a cloak of charisma, mind you.
So we're going home, baby.
We are so. You're gonna feel the inner lining of this fabric, baby.
So you can think about, okay, well, what do I think is gonna let this girl, have a conversation with me or get her number or whatever. You can, have that thought pattern ahead of time and go up there and, try it. Same thing about, approaching somebody at work with a solution or with a problem. And you're nervous about talking to them because, they intimidate you. Okay, well, what do you
You make a will save.
What do you do at the table to think about how to deal with this problem NPC? Okay, well, you just...
Get your sword. Sharpen my sword.
Guys, you suck.
Ted, I have to just say, you've been so on point for most of this video, and yeah.
I'm trying here. I really am.
You're really trying. I get what I get it.
So
I can't not.
Here's the thing, right? Doing this game, and this is what I was thinking about, is it's a creative outlet for players and especially the DM, where you get to create all this fantastic stuff, you get to tell stories, the players get to help you and co-op with the story, and that's something we don't do in our day-to-day. Like, even if
unless you write RPGs for a living, like that's when you get to tell
novels
stories
or something.
Yeah.
So it really all around through problem solving, mystery solving, using your imagination, it just expands your mind and opens you up, socially, mentally. Everything but physically. I don't think rolling dice really does much for you.
Well, unless your interest in the hobby gets you to pursue maybe like sword work or rock climbing or yoga or martial arts. Like things that like I want to actually have the real experience of what this thing is. Something closer to that.
So that's a new product line. Weighted D20s.
Nice.
Right.
So you can.
Or shot put.
And you gotta have those. You gotta have those armbands that are really heavy too. So you're like,
we get all these lawsuits for shattered tables.
Shattered tables and terrible carpal tunnel.
I used to be a role player like you too until a D20 shattered my knee. But I don't know. So off the top of my head, that's what I can think of as far as why we play this game and the benefits of it.
Raised endorphins, raised emotional states,
self-esteem,
confidence, self-esteem,
practicing real life.
We should quick disclaimer too. Like a lot of our banter and stuff we put out there.
They're all jokes?
Is jokes for one, and from the Mal perspective, because we just so happens that we are Mal, and most of the people at our table tend to be Mal. For whatever reason, it's just worked. And just recently, we've started actually getting girl gamers to our table for more variety.
In spite of ourselves.
Yeah. So our comments are not meant to be sexist, or exclusive. We want to include everybody, and I guess, ladies, you can flip what these guys said about talking to the opposite sex around. If you feel like you need to role play this situation, I've been married for so long, I have no idea what I would do. I probably would need these skill sets to survive in the wilderness if I was ever cut loose.
Right.
So I just wanted to throw that disclaimer out there. And guys, what do you get out of the hobby? Put in the comments below. While you're at it, like, share, subscribe.
You can patronize us in the way that we like over on Patreon.
You can check us out on Facebook.
You can also check out the articles on nerdarchy.com.
Till next time.
Stay nerdy.